What's up, guys? It's Atomic, bringing you guys another Fallout 76 video. And today, well, this came out yesterday, but I figured today would be a good day to do this inside the vault, just because it's going over the events this weekend and upcoming features and improvements that are slated to arrive in the PTS next Friday. So yeah, there's a couple different things here that I'm seeing. So we got special loadouts. I kind of already seen what those look like, because if you're subscribed, or not subscribed, but if you like Bethesda's page or Fallout's page, at least you would have seen this at least once. This is why I'm also making the video. But so yeah, let's get into this. If you guys like the video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. We're almost to 200, and I gotta say thank you to everybody that's been supporting me and liking the videos and watching them as well. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into this. So it says new features coming to the PTS. It says we just released our inventory update a few days ago, but we're already looking to bring our next game update to the public test server as early as next Friday, February 5th. We're excited to share an overview of the new features and improvements we're planning to include in that update, and we hope as many of you as possible will join us for some playtesting and feedback in the PTS. So one of the things they're adding, as you can see from the screenshot here, let's see if we can get a closer look at it. Yeah, open image in a new tab. So yeah, you'll be able to make loadouts now. So if you've ever played any game like The Division 2, or I think Destiny, oh no, Destiny doesn't have them, but they should have them. But so yeah, so like The Division 2 or most looter shooter games have a loadout system, so that way you can swap loadouts on the fly. The Division 2, or the Division game series, as you want to call it, really specializes in the this department of loadouts. It's definitely useful to have because you can switch loadouts on the fly. As far as it's looking, it looks like you can only do it with the perks right now, but hopefully they'll add a ability to the ability to also save your armor and weapons and whatnot, so that way your entire loadout is there when you need it. So it says one of the most common requests we've seen from the community is for a way to completely reset a character's special attributes so that it's quicker and easier to overhaul your build. We hear you, and starting at level 25, your character will gain access to special loadouts, which offer a brand new ability to reboot all of your special points for free whenever you're in your camp. This will allow you to create and save custom special point allocations and perk card assignments, and then switch between them pretty much on the fly, I'm assuming. Or maybe you have to be in your camp, I think they were saying. So whenever you're in camp, yeah. So whenever you're in camp, you can swap your loadouts. But that's pretty nice, though, because let's say you have a loadout for a certain public event. You just hop over to your camp for free, and voila, you're switched. So that's pretty awesome. It says to swap your loadouts, edit your perk cards, or special points. Simply visit a punch card machine. You'll be able to build a punch card machine in your camp and find them at train stations around Appalachia, so that you can make changes whenever you're on the go. Initially, players will gain access to 2 special loadouts per character and we're exploring additional ways to unlock more loadouts in the future, such as through the Atomic shop. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's pretty good. Most people probably won't run more than 2 loadouts unless you're like 800, 900 hours probably plus, in the game, and you just have a ton of perk cards to just build these different builds. So yeah, as you can see here, well, actually, hold on, camp slots. So on to camp slots. This looks interesting. So it looks like there's a couple of different places where you can activate your camp. It says, it can be tough to decide between building a brand new home or sticking with the current camp creation because you can only have one at a time. Going forward, you won't have to choose whether to open a wasteland B&B, fortify a Free States outpost, or run your own red rocket station. Instead, camp slots will help you do it all. Your characters will be able to build multiple different camps, each with its own location, build budget, custom name, and even a unique map icon. While you will only be able to have one camp active at a time, you can easily switch among them using a new camp builds widgets or your camp icons on the map. So that's pretty nice. Further managing items you want to sell has never been easier because your vending machines will now feature a large pool of item slots that are shared for every instance across your camps, excuse me. Display cases will be separate per camp, allowing you to showcase different items at each one, allowing you to along with these changes, we're also working to enable displays and shelters so you have even more opportunity to show off your loot. We're still implementing, some of the vending and display functionalities, so these changes may arrive after the PTS has already begun. All right. So that's pretty cool. So now, let's say you have like a log cabin house, you can save it, and then if you have like a shelter, like a bomb shelter kind of build of your camp, that you can switch it to that too. So that's pretty cool. And from what it looks like is you can move these special camps around the map and then just load them up whenever you are in the area. And I'm pretty sure there's probably caps involved with it, like if you were to move your camp originally. But more details will probably come out about that. Daily Ops expansion. Our first expansion for Daily Ops brings a major update to the feature that nearly doubles the amount of randomized content that's currently available. To begin, you will be able to dive into all new decryption game mode in which you and your teammates will hunt down code carriers in order to disable radio and interceptors for Vernon dodge. Enemies in the decryption have extra deadly attacks that will bypass your armor's resistance, so you may want to employ stealthier tactics to take them down rather than brute force approach. I kind of like this. I know not a lot of people like the stealth aspect of the game, but I, as a solo player, I thoroughly enjoy stealth just because it gives me like an insane boost of damage when I'm doing VATS as well. So this will actually be kind of cool to see how it plays out. I'm a little worried about the deadly attacks. It seems like you're gonna die a lot. I just don't want it to like one hit you or even two hit you. At least make it like a 4 or 5 hit you kind of deals and you're done. But so yeah, and on to the next paragraph here. In addition to decryption mode, you'll brave a variety of new daily ops locations, including Vault 96 and Watoga Raider area. You'll battle new enemies such as Scorched and Mothman cultists, and even face down new mutations. Interesting. New mutations. So that is also pretty awesome because we've had the same mutations since launch. So now we'll have some, or maybe this is like talking about the enemies, I think. But it would be cool to see some new mutations. We got to get them to do that. Like enemy groups that can heal each other, enemies that create toxic hazards on death, and more. So if you've ever played like Destiny, some of the enemies, when you shoot them, mainly the Vex, they'll drop like a little electrical pool or whatever. So that's kind of how I see. We'll add so onto this next part. We'll add the new mode, location, enemies, and mutations to the existing randomized pool, so that you'll always have a fresh challenge to conquer. Of course, there will also be new rewards for your efforts, like new weapon plans and loot. So be sure to keep some room in your inventory. So that's pretty cool. Adding some different kind of enemies to the game, spicing it up a little. Would like to see some new mutations for us though. That would be awesome to see. Aim assist. We're adding a new aim assist setting to help players who use controller more easily snap their crosshairs onto enemies and stay on target when aiming down sights. The sights with ranged weapons, or aim down sights with ranged weapons. We introduced aim assist in a previous PTS, but we've made some tweaks since then and would love to hear what you think. So that's kind of cool. Batch crafting. If you've ever need to grill up a bunch of ragstag meat, you know it can take up some time and a lot of button presses. Yes, this was like my biggest problem when I used to play on PS4 and for Fallout 4, is like you would literally just spam like the same 2 buttons, and it was just ridiculous. So now it seems like they're going to be adding like a number of how much you can make, which is awesome because it'll make crafting a lot more faster and more reliable overall. So that's definitely a good improvement. And it looks like they're adding like a slider for it. It's a slider to the number that you want to craft and hit confirm. So yeah. Excuse me. World activities menu update. We're expanding on the world activity menu to include much more than daily ops going forward. You'll find it includes active nuke zones, nearby player, vending machines, and events, giving you an easy way to find fast travel to these activities. So that's pretty cool. And melee attack improvements. We've read some feedback from the Fallout 76 community that melee attacks could use a tune-up. We agree. So wow, they straight up said we agree. And so we've made some tweaks and squashed a few bugs. Going forward, your hacks, slashes, smashes, chops should feel a little bit more fluid and hit more reliably. This is actually pretty awesome because when the game first came out, melee builds were like the craze. So everyone was running around with a ski sword and all sorts of random perks that would just buff the crap out of your melees. And they kind of nerfed it early on, and then now it seems like they're going in and buffing it a little bit. I know a couple people have been complaining on the Reddit about like certain weapons just actually not doing a whole lot of damage and kind of useless in the long run to actually even consider as a melee weapon, mainly like lead pipes and some other blunt objects as well. So yeah, and then on to the activity or the event for this week, or weekend I should say. So it's called Script Surplus this weekend, calling all legendary hunters. A little later today, we're kicking off our first Script Surplus weekend, which doubles the total amount of legendary script that's available from legendary exchange machines per day. Gather up all your unwanted legendary items and be sure to exchange them for up to 300 legendary script a day until the Script Surplus concludes on February 1st. So it started yesterday at 12 p.m. and you got till, I think, Monday? Yeah, Monday. Yeah, Monday at 12 p.m. to do this surplus or Script Surplus. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the Inside the Vault for January 28th. Excuse me. 2021. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I'm on the road to 200 subscribers, and I just want to thank you guys, that everyone that's been watching and liking and subscribing in the past few months. One of my videos is at like 20K views, which is like actually really nuts. Like, I can't believe it. But other than that, yeah, thanks everyone for supporting me and showing, your support by watching and liking the videos. I really appreciate it. And if you guys like the video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think of these new PTS changes, if you guys like them or not, in the comments, or let me know what you think about this new script surplus as well. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.